Hello there. Well, that was fun. We just got our rousing rendition of the national anthem from Jim Cornelison. Gives me goosebumps every time. I love the way that guy sings it. It's funny because I don't think a lot of those kids on the Bears sideline experienced that yet. Caleb leaned over to one of the guys next to him and was like, "What the fuck is going on?" And he's like, "I got no idea." That's how we do the anthem in Chicago, baby. At least when Jim Cornelison's singing it. So just got a few more minutes before kickoff here. About time we get this shit on. I'm so happy to get going. All the talk over the last couple of weeks. There's just been no news coming out of Hallis Hall. So it's just like everybody's been making stuff up. You got stupid Tyler Dunn articles coming out. Luckily, most of the Chicago media has not been paying attention to it. So that's good to hear. I'm a little upset because I like Adam Hogue, Adam Johns, and some of them guys over at CHGO, but they really knocked themselves down a couple of pegs with that crappy emergency podcast they did the other day. Does Caleb have dyslexia? Even if he does or doesn't, that whole thing was just bullshit. Sour grapes by a bad coaching staff that all got fired last year. That's what that comes down to. So, anywho, I hope you enjoy your time with me here tonight. I like to provide alternative commentary to Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. I know a lot of people do not like those guys. Not big fans of them myself, although I'm not as big a hater. I don't feel like they hate my team, which is an issue a lot of people have with them. They feel like they're biased against their team. It's funny because Packer fans and Seahawks fans both think the same thing, even when they're calling the both teams in the same game. So, okay, got three major inactives tonight. Jalen Johnson topping the list. Definitely didn't want to hear that. And then Kyler Gordon, which we kind of expected, and TJ Edwards we heard about earlier in the weekend here. So the only one that I'm a little surprised about is Jalen Johnson, but we knew that was a possibility. Sucks though. Any other news at the moment? No. Tyreek Stevenson and Nashawn Wright starting that corner. Yay. You get the Tyreek Stevenson experience right out of the gate. Can't wait. All right, we got a little bit of kickoff fireworks going here. The cock, Kevin O'Connell. No, he's a good dude. All right, Bears getting ready to kick it away. It is up. And we are underway. The kick is fielded at the goal line. Return man is bringing it up to the 20. He's going to meet some contact, and he's got it out to the 25-yard line where the Vikings will take it over. 1st and 10. And here comes J.J. McCarthy. Yeah, we're not trying to have all of that noise. All right, first career start for the young kid. Grew up a Bears fan, played at Michigan. Buddy of mine who's a Packer fan, loves the kid, but hates that he went to Minnesota. All right, 1st and 10, McCarthy's under center. He's got two men to his left, one to his right. The back is behind him. He's changing the play. He's only got 3 seconds left on the play clock. 2, 1. He gets the snap off, and he tosses it back to his halfback. He is going to be met for about 1 yard gain, taken out of bounds by Tyreek Stevenson. Yeah, we'll bring up 2nd and 9 for our fellas. Aaron Jones, Justin Jefferson, Jalen Naylor, Adam Thielen, TJ Hawkinson are your starting skill position. Justin School, Donovan Jackson, Ryan Kelly, Will Fries, and Brian O'Neill are your starting linemen for the Vikings. McCarthy's under center. It's 2nd and 9, 14:29, 14:28, 14:27 to go. McCarthy's directing traffic. Looks like he's changing the play on the fly here. He's only got 7 seconds left on his play clock. Cutting it awfully close. 3, 2. He gets the snap off, turns, fakes the handoff. He is serving under pressure. He's got it off to his tight end, who is going to have about an 7 to 8 yard gain. It is going to be third and short for the Vikings. 14:08, 14:07, 14:06 left on the clock in this first quarter for those of you following along. Again, notable inactives: Jalen Johnson, Kyler Gordon, TJ Edwards. All right, McCarthy's setting up in the shotgun. He's got a man in motion from left to right. 4 wide receivers, 1 running back lined up next to him. He takes a snap. He's surveying the field. He's got a nice pocket. He decides to break away, and he is going to be brought down for a sack short of the line of scrimmage. That will bring up 4th down, and the Bears go bring up 3 and out to start the season. Yeah, to start the year. Good job, defense. You can definitely tell that the operation is not smooth for McCarthy. He's running out of time at the line of scrimmage when he's trying to get his calls out. So definitely the rookie quarterback vibes on the first drive for him. All right, Vikings are lined up to punt. The punter's standing at his 18. Takes a snap, gets the kick away. It's like a high boomer. Will be taken in around the 16-yard line. Bobbles the reception, but he starts to get a good return out of it. Bring it back to the 35. He's going to be brought down at the 39-yard line. That is Devin Duvernay on the return. Out come Caleb Williams and the boys. Again, Caleb getting trashed in the media over the weekend by some bum, who's a Packers fan, citing no sources in his crappy article. So we'll just go ahead and bypass that. It is 1st and 10 from our boys. Got the ball spotted at their own 39-yard line. 12:45 to go in this first quarter. Caleb never puts his mouth guard in. That's one thing that definitely is weird to me. Anyways, Caleb's got 2 wideouts to his left, 1 to his right, man in motion. He is surveying. He's got nobody to throw to. He's going to throw it short for not even sure. It's going to be incomplete anyways. I am not even sure who he threw that to. That was DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. Going to be 2nd and 10. Looks like Swift might have stepped out of bounds when he was hauling that ball in. 2nd and 7. They didn't. What are these refs calling out here? Anyways, 2nd and 7. He's got trips to his left. He turns, fakes the handoff, surveying the field. He's got a little bit of pressure now, all kinds of time. He's going to get to the outlet. Swift has the ball, and he is going to have a 1st down right around midfield. Definitely didn't look pretty, but it got the job done. Let's try to avoid throwing those balls cross-body across the field like that, because those are going to be pure interception material later in the game. Good blocking by Cole Kmet on that play. Vikings DBs definitely blanketed over the receivers. Check down was the only guy left. All right, Caleb's under center. You got the bigs in there, 2 tight ends. He tosses it back to Swift, going up the middle, and he's going to have about a 4-yard gain on that play. Andrew Van Ginkel, the Viking. He really is a Viking. All right, Bears. 2 tight end formation, and again, 2 wideouts to the right, the back behind Williams, who's under center. He sends a man in motion, takes a snap, turns, fakes the handoff to Swift. He's surveying downfield, throws it to Swift, who has the catch. Oh, that is not Swift. That is Kyle Manungai with the catch for the 1st down. Did not see the substitution in there, but 1st and 10 Bears, 10:28, 10:27, 10:26 left to go in this first quarter. Bears already have a couple of 1st downs on this drive, slowly matriculating their way down the field. Coverage is definitely good downfield. Caleb's taking the checkdowns. Getting chunk plays. All right, Caleb drops back on 1st and 10. And he goes for the running back again. Nope, that is DJ Moore on the reception. Short gain at best. 9:55, 9:54, 9:53 left to go in this first quarter. Vikings started with a three and out in this game. Bears have 2nd down and 4, slowly making their way down the field. They are on the Minnesota 30-yard line. Williams is under center. He sends a man in motion. He turns and he hands it off. He's got DeAndre Swift for no gain on that 2nd down run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Bears. They're calling that a 1-yard loss. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Looked like he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Good penetration by Jonathan Grenard. Went right around the right tackle. All right, 3rd and 5, 8:56 to go. Caleb's in the shotgun. He's got 2 wideouts to his left, 1 to his right. He sends the man in his right in motion, and he tells him to go back. Something's messed up, and Caleb's taking a timeout. They had no time left on the play clock. 8:50 left to go in this first quarter. Timeout, Bears. 3rd and 5 when they come back. Ben says, come on over. We'll talk it out, Caleb. Oh, yeah, the offensive line shuffle. It's definitely been a... And they did not address tackle at all, which was their weakest. Well, I don't know if they're weakest, but they didn't address either of the tackles, and you got defensive ends galore in this division. Granted, Micah Parsons wasn't a part of it 2 weeks ago, but he is now. All right, back from their timeout. The Bears have 3rd and 5. They are set up on the Minnesota 31. Caleb takes a shotgun snap. He's surveying, gets a little bit of pressure. He's rolling out, trying to find an open man. And he finds someone on 3rd down. That is Rome Odunze on the sideline. Looks like he has got the catch for the 1st down. Excellent grab, toe tapping. Caleb saying, hey, let's get on the line, boys. Let's see here. Left foot's in. Right foot's in. That's a catch, baby. Let's get that ball off. All right, Caleb gets the snap off on 1st down. He's going to go ahead and throw it out to his left. And that's going to be a medium gain as Olamide Zacchaeus with the 1st down catch. Someone's got to ask Caleb why he doesn't wear his mouth guard right. Yeah, great catch by Odunze right along the sideline there. Excellent. And good job to get the snap off so they didn't get a chance to try to challenge it on you. Although it doesn't look like it would have won a challenge if they did. 7:58, 7:57, 7:56 left to go in this first quarter. Bears have 2nd and 3. They are on the Vikings 7-yard line. There's a clock stoppage. Vikings have to call a timeout. Didn't like what they were lining up against. Both teams burning a timeout early in this first quarter here. Bears offense last season, 1 of 3 teams without opening drive touchdown. Of course, these Bears first half scoring woes were well documented under Matt Eberflus. So many times they would come alive in the second half for just whatever reason. All right, coming back from the timeout, Bears are lined up at the 6-yard line. It is 2nd and 3. Caleb's under center. He's got 2 men to his left, 2 to his right, 2 behind. Oh, I'm miscounting there. He's going to turn and hand it off to Swift, who's going to try to cut it left, ends up losing 2 yards on the 2nd down play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5 from the 8-yard line. It's one problem with DeAndre Swift is that he's not a power runner. When you need him to just go forward, he tries to cut it left or right, and he ends up getting brought down in the backfield. He can be shifty, but yeah, there was no chance no matter what. He'd have been better off cutting it back to the right, if anything, on that. But hey, I'm not on the field. It's not my MCL at risk here. All right, 3rd and 6. Komet's in motion. Caleb's in the shotgun. 2 wideouts to his right. He is surveying. A little bit of pressure, but honestly, plenty of time. He's going to roll out. He's got plenty of daylight. He's going to have at least a first down, and he is in for the touchdown. Caleb Williams runs it in from 9 yards out for 6. The receivers were covered well. This whole drive, the receivers been covered well, but there was nothing but daylight in front of him. He just ran the green grass to the left pylon, took it in for 6. 9-yard rushing touchdown. 10 plays, 61 yards, 5 minutes and 41 seconds off the clock for the Bears scoring drive. 6-0 pending the extra points. I know I got to get like the sound effects here, for when the Bears score. We'll do that later. Bear down, Chicago Bears. All right, the snap, the spot, the kick, and the extra point is up and through. The Bears have the early lead, 7-0. Nice drive to start the game. Nothing too fancy, just matriculating the ball down the field. Everybody was covered downfield. You just kept taking the check down. And you know what? If the check down gets you 7 yards every play, you'll take it every time. Because you know what? That means you got a first down. You never even make it to 3rd down. You're taking 7 yards every play. Gimme, gimme, gimme. I'm sure Bears Facebook and Twitter and all that's loving the way that started. First thing I see, somebody's bitching about Caleb's earrings. We know where that. I mean, that's nothing new. WGN posted Kevin Warren has chosen where the Bears new state. We already knew it's going to be Arlington Heights. That's not news. Anyways, Bears have been pushing for Arlington Heights the second they bought that property. Oh yeah. Take those 7-yard checkdowns every time. An opening drive touchdown. The Ben Johnson era is here. And it's so sad that is all it takes to get us excited around here, but all right, we are back from the commercial break. Bears leading 7-0. 7:04 left to go in this first quarter at Soldier Field. JJ McCarthy getting ready to take his second series here out in the field. First series was definitely a little bumpy. Now Kevin O'Connell's got a little smirk on his face, like he knows something going into this series. Let's see what happens here. Hopefully he doesn't have something too fancy dialed up, because it's likely to burn us. We're just that squad for that to happen to. Kick is away, taken at the 1-yard line. Returns to the 15, to the 20. He's got a little bit of blocking. He takes a shot right to the face mask, and he's going to be down at the 25. Number 92, Hardy, with a big hit on special teams. 92, Daniel Hardy. Oof, yeah, he just erased the ball carrier on that play. That was a nice hit. You love to see that. That's the kind of hit that gets your team fired up, baby. You get Chicago fans fired up too. All right, McCarthy. He's in the shotgun. He's got a back to either side. He's got a receiver in motion. Takes a snap. He's surveying. He's going to throw it to the back off to his right. That is Justin Jefferson. He's going to have about a 5-yard gain on that first down pass out of the backfield. It might have almost even been a lateral. Yeah, Justin Jefferson was lined up in the backfield off to McCarthy's right. Didn't even realize that was him. Second down and 6, 6:38, 6:37, 6:36 left to go in this first quarter. Tyreek Stevenson covering Justin Jefferson. God, what a nightmare. Bunch formation to the left. McCarthy's under center. He's got a back behind him. He is changing the play to check with me. Takes a snap. He turns and he hands it off to Aaron Jones. And he's going to have about 1, maybe 2 on that carry. Ode Bingo. Dio Ode Bingo. I hope I'm saying that right. But Ode Bingo on the tackle. 5:59, 5:58, 5:57 left to go in this first quarter. It is 3rd down and 4 for these Minnesota Vikings. McCarthy is in the shotgun. He's got 3 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. He's got a back lined up next to him. He's directing traffic, takes the shotgun snap. Under pressure, and he escapes the pressure, goes down. Somebody better touch him. 4th down. 3 and out again for the Bears defense. That was a little strange. The way he went down, I mean, you could almost argue that nobody touched him. Let's see that again. Yeah, he tripped and then he just gave himself up. Okay, I'll take it. 4th and 6. The Vikings are lined up to punt. The snap is away. The kick is up. Nice high kick again. Returnable. This is Duvernay. He's only going to pick up about 5 yards on the return, fighting for every one of them. Bears will be starting this drive on their own 25-yard line. 1st and 10 with 4:51 to go in this first quarter. Hey, it's dry up in here. I'm going to have to go grab some more water by the time the second quarter starts here. Jesus. Thursday night, Commanders and Packers. Man, that's a treat for a Thursday night game. Usually you get nothing but the crap. But honestly, I feel like Amazon put some money into getting some decent Thursday night games the last year or two. Because, man, I remember when Fox had those Thursday night games. God, was there some stinkers on there. How about Texans Jaguars when they were both awful? Or Giants Commanders when they were both awful. But man, Packers Commanders this season, that should be an entertaining one. Yeah, boy. 2 3 and outs and an opening drive touchdown to start the season. I mean, couldn't have scripted it any better than that. Definitely a good start to the Bears season so far. 10-play drive for the Bears. 2 3 and outs for the Vikings. JJ McCarthy definitely looks slightly overmatched out there. I don't know what happened though on that sack he took. Like I say, it was a shoelace sack, and he just kind of went down and was like, "Okay, you got me. Fine, you got me." I think he's gonna get coached up to be like, you know what, the play ain't over until they tell you it's over. You just keep going. But I'm not complaining. Oh, Super Bowl 20. Can you believe we're heading to Super Bowl 60 this year and we still ain't been we've been to 1 since Super Bowl 20. Got spotted 7 and still couldn't win it. Oh, was I jumping for joy when that kick got returned though. I made the mistake of watching the Super Bowl 41 in a bar. But man, was I jumping for joy when that opening kickoff got returned. All right, 4:51 left to go. 1st and 10 for these Bears at their own 25-yard line. Caleb is under center. We got a bunch. We got the big personnel out here. He turns. He fakes the handoff. He's surveying the field. Coverage must be tight downfield because he just has to go and dunk it off to Swift again, who gets no gain on the play. Can't see the coverage at all downfield because the camera angle is nowhere near wide enough. But all I can tell is that Caleb is just not seeing anybody open downfield. It's just dump off, dump off, dump off. It's fine if it's positive yardage. I got no problem with that. But we can't have those no gains. The Brian Flores defense is one that Ben Johnson has mastered. He scored 30 plus points a games again, 30 plus points a game against it every time. Caleb's in the shotgun, two wideouts to his left, one to his right. He is under pressure. He's going to go ahead and break away. He's got this first down on his own. Go down, young man. That's going to be about a 13-yard gain on second down. Scramble by Williams. I would like to see what he's seeing because, yeah, he's definitely under pressure quicker than usual on that play. But again, I'd like to see what he's seeing downfield because he is just not seeing anybody open. 333, 332, 331 left to go in this first quarter. 1st and 10 Bears. They have the ball at their own 38-yard line. Caleb's under center. He takes a snap, turns around and hands it to, was that DJ Moore out of the backfield? I see it too. That was DJ Moore out of the backfield. First carry for him. There was some talks during training camp using him in a Debo Samuel style of usage. That brings up 2nd and 5 for the Bears. 3:01, 3 minutes, 2:59 left to go in this first quarter. All right, Bears are lined up at their own 43-yard line. Caleb is under center. 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts, 1 back behind them. That's going to be a false start on the Bears. Looks like the left tackle, or the right tackle, Darnell Wright, jumped. Yep, Darnell Wright jumped. And that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Is that right? Yep, 2nd and 10. Procedural penalties kill your offense every time. We know Ben Johnson's not going to stand for that. 227, 226. Caleb's in the shotgun. He's got 3 wideouts, 2 tight ends. No, 2 wideouts, 2 tight ends. He is surveying the field under slight pressure. He's going to take the dump off to Colston Loveland, who is going to gain about 8 on the play. Bobbled the reception, but did come away with it. Wasn't pretty, but it got the job done. Yeah, it wasn't under pressure at first, but then Braxton Jones almost gave up the sack there. Caleb saw it, stepped out of the pocket, delivered it to Loveland, but it was behind him, and that's why he bobbled it. All right, Caleb takes a shotgun snap, throws it behind Adunze behind the line of scrimmage. That's on a 3rd and 2. That is not a play call I like at all. And even if he throws it in front of the receiver, that's a 3rd down bubble screen. We don't want to be seeing that. Ben Johnson doesn't like the execution of it. He's got a sigh on his face there. And that's going to bring on the Bears punting unit. It's unfortunate. Procedural penalty backed him up. And then throwing behind the receivers ends the series for him. Torrey Taylor lined up at his 28-yard line. The snap is away. He's got the kick up. It looks to be a long kick. Comes down around the 10-yard line. We'll see where the referee marks it out of bounds. Oh, now we got a little pushing and shoving by the Vikings here. Bears doing a little jawing. Vikings don't like it. Okay, if you get a 15-yard flag out of the Vikings, I'm all for it. All right. JJ McCarthy going to come out here. He was gone 3 and out his first 2 series. He's going to get a 3rd shot here before the first quarter comes to an end here. Procedural penalties. Killing drives. I know that one well. Hashtag bear down. Hashtag Chicago Bears. All right. For anybody watching these live streams who might wonder why the fuck this guy wouldn't sit here by himself with nobody fucking watching him, look, I'm going to be sitting here watching this game no matter what. So, if I can make a couple bucks about doing it eventually, all more power to me. But either way, I'm going to be sitting on my ass, so why not do this at the same time? It is all good. I'm just so happy that we're actually watching the Bears game because man, I've been thirsting for this all week. Well, at least since Thursday night. It's like, man, I want to watch my team play. We got 58 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Vikings have 11 yards of offense on 2 drives, resulting in 2 punts. JJ McCarthy's been sacked on both of those third downs. He is under center. He's got a bunch to his left. He's got a back behind him. Sends a man in motion. That's going to be a toss to the running back who runs it left, and that's going to be about a 5, maybe 6-yard gain off tackle on the left side there. Brought down by Noah Sewell. 2nd and 4. 45, 44, 43 seconds left to go in this first quarter. It definitely had the convoy out there in front of him. Good blocking by the Vikings on that play. Noah Sewell coming in, making the stop. 2nd down, McCarthy's under center. He's going to send a man in motion. That's Justin Jefferson. He turns and he hands it off to his back, who's going to go ahead and gain about 4 yards for the first down. That's Mason on the carry. Jordan Mason. And that is the end of the first quarter. Bears leading 7-0. Vikings did just get their first down of the game. And we will start the second quarter. The Vikings 1st and 10. I'm going to run down and grab me another bottle of water while we're waiting. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Oh, that was Caleb Williams' first career rushing touchdown? He didn't score any rushing touchdowns last year? How did I A, not know that, and B, how is that possible? Huh, interesting. All right, back to business here. First and 10, JJ McCarthy's under center. Oop, he's backing up, going to the shotgun now. He's got an empty backfield. They're lined up at their own 30. He takes the snap. He's got all kinds of time. Throws it deep. Coverage was terrible because Nashawn Wright never turned around to look at the ball. Just ran the receiver over. That's got to be something that Kevin O'Connell saw because what terrible coverage. He was covering Aaron Jones coming out of the backfield. Never once did he buy. Yeah. Once he had pushed Aaron Jones over, that's when he decided to turn around and look for the ball. Good job, young man. First and 10. Huge chunk picked up on that penalty. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a little more out of that, or a little more of that out of the Bears defense tonight. First and 10 at the Bears 27-yard line. JJ's in the shotgun. He turns, fakes the handoff. He's surveying the field. He's going to take off. He has the first down. Goes down after about an 11-yard gain, diving head first. First and 10. The Bears 11-yard line. Is that right? I gained 11 yards. I'm not sure that's where they're at. Close enough, though. Yeah, that was not a good play, Nashawn. There's Jalen Johnson on the sideline. They're at the Bears 16-yard line. He turns and hands it off to Mason, who's going to go ahead and gain about 5 yards on that first down run. 14:06, 14:05, 14:04 left to go in this first half. 2nd and 5 from the Bears 11-yard line. Vikings finally putting a drive together here, but it's of course due in large part to the Nashawn Wright penalty. Pass interference up the left side. McCarthy under center. He's got 2 wideouts to his right, 1 to his left. He's going to turn fake, or he does hand it off to Mason, who's going to get stopped in the backfield for about a 3-yard loss. 3rd down upcoming. 13:27, 26, 25 left to go in the first half. Jermaine Edmonds filling the gap in there and then ultimately finishing the play. That's definitely a good hustle on his part there. All right, JJ's in the shotgun, 3rd and 8. Ball is on the Bears 14-yard line. He has got the ball. He's surveying. He's going to throw it to the right side. That will not be caught by Justin Jefferson. Declared incomplete. Jefferson looks like does not agree with that assessment. That is too bad, young man. That brings up 4th down. And let's see what the Vikings decide to do here. Yeah, that ball definitely went through his hands and hit the ground. So I don't know why he's looking at the referees cross-eyed on that one. You definitely dropped it, young man. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that one. Hey, whatever. You can argue to call. Vikings line up for the field goal. The snap spot. The kick is up, and it is good. 31-yard attempt is good. And the Vikings are on the board with 12:48 left to go in this first half. So Bears defense got 2 3-and-outs to start this game. And then JJ airs it out along the left side on their 3rd series towards Justin Jefferson. Nashawn Wright doesn't get his head around on the pass defense, resulting in a huge penalty. puts the Vikings in position to get their first points of the game. 7-3 Bears, and we are now at commercial. Hello there to you joining me. Nice to see the Bears start off on the season on the right foot, though. Opening drive touchdown, which they didn't do at all last year. And 2 3 and out stops to start the game. Of course, I greet my viewers and they immediately take off. That's always fun. All right. Let's see if there's anything new to report. I don't think there's been any major injuries or anything here. Not good, Dino. What? Not good, Dino. I gotcha. Now I see what you're saying. Hashtags be confusing me sometimes, because you got to try to pick it apart. That's like when somebody had penisland.com, when you mash all that together, that can be a bit of a problem for reading. So anyways, yeah, health-wise, other than the healthy scratch, or other than the people who were held out of the game tonight, doesn't look like there's any injuries to report, so that's always good news. Just waiting to get back from this commercial break. All right, we are back from commercial break. There's 12:48 left to go in this first half. Bears are leading the Vikings 7-3. We are getting ready to kick it away. Bears will be taking possession of the ball again. And the ball is up in the air. The kick will be taken right at the goal line. It's Duvernay on the return again. He is at the 20. He's got some blocking. He's out to the 30, the 35, but there is a flag on a play, and this looks like this will be coming back. Let's see what they have to say on this one. Calling offsides on the Vikings. Illegal formation on the Vikings on the kickoff. So what do they do? Are they going to re-kick? Are they going to take a penalty from the end of the run? What are we going to get here? Looks like they're taking a penalty from the end of the run. That's going to be 1st and 10. All right, 1st and 10 from their own 39, getting great field position to start out. Thanks for that. Thanks to that penalty there. Caleb's in the shotgun. He's got 2 wideouts to his right, 1 to his left. He is surveying the field. He's got plenty of time to throw. Throws out wide to his right. He's got DJ Moore out in the flat, and he's still going after making a man miss. Excellent catch and run by DJ Moore. That's going to be a gain of at least 20 on that first down play. Finally found someone open out in the flat. He had trips out to the right. And DJ Moore just ran a route, sat down in the zone, wide open, and stiff arms a man to pick up the extra yardage. Excellent play by DJ Moore. That is the first open man Caleb's seen downfield so far this game. 1st and 10, it's 11:58, 11:57, 11:56 to go in the game. Or in the first half, excuse me. Caleb turns and hands it off. That is DJ Moore out of the backfield, and he's going to have about a 2-yard gain carrying it up the middle. So for those of you joining me, we have 11:36, 11:35, 11:34. That way you can try to sync up your your YouTube with the game. Something I've done myself in the past for some of my favorite streamers who have actually inspired me to go ahead and do this myself here. So I know it can be a bit of a challenge, but once you figure it out, it's all good. We got 11-16, 11-15. It is 2nd and 9. Caleb's in the shotgun. He's directing traffic. Got DJ Moore going to the right. And now there is a flag on the play. I'm going to guess it's because DJ Moore started running towards the line. Yep. DJ Moore was in motion. He started running towards the line of scrimmage before the ball was snapped. You can have all kinds of lateral motion in the backfield, but you cannot run towards the line of scrimmage when you are the motion man. That's going to push the Bears back 5 yards. And as we know, procedural penalties will absolutely kill you. They had the false start on the last drive that stopped their drive dead in its tracks. 2nd and 14, Bears are at their own 35. Caleb's lined up in the shotgun. He's got 2 to his right, 2 to his left, and back to his next to him. He's surveying the field. He's under pressure. He's scrambling, still looking to get it away, and he's going to end up with about a 7-yard gain on the scramble. Not a ton of time to throw on that play. He was immediately under pressure. Very elusive on that on that scramble, though, to get some of that penalty yardage back. It is going to be 3rd down, 10-21, 10-20, 10-19 left to go in this first half. Yeah, made 2 guys miss on that scramble. And again, somebody's got to explain to me why Caleb doesn't put his mouth guard over his teeth. He just chews on the thing the whole game. Caleb's in the shotgun, 3rd and 6. And we got some motion up here. I don't know who they're going to call that one on. They're going to call that one on Darnell Wright. That's the 2nd false start on him in 2 series now. That's going to bring up 3rd and 11. Bears in their tackle situations just not shored up. Look at that penalty yardage. Of course, most of that was racked up on that pass interference play on the last Vikings drive. 9:48, 9:47, 9:46 left to go. It is 3rd and 11. Caleb's in the shotgun. He's directing traffic. He's got Cole Kmet in motion. He takes a snap and he just hands it off to DeAndre Swift, trying to get the first down. He's going to come up short. But the important thing is that the Bears should come away with at least 3 on this drive. And I'm going to put those words back into my mouth because it looks like the offense is staying on the field. It is 4th and 3. This is definitely a hallmark of the Ben Johnson offense. They do like to be aggressive. How much of that was driven by Dan Campbell in Detroit, I will remain to be seen. But so far, this is their first opportunity to be aggressive, and he is taking it. Bears running out of time to run this play, and they're going to have to call a timeout with 8:59 to go in the second quarter. That is the Bears' second timeout. That leaves them with only 1 left to go for the rest of the half. Not sure I agree with the aggressive move right away at the early part of this game. But again, I'm a shell-shocked Bears fan. I've watched a lot of Bears games. So I'm just the kind of guy that says, take the points and run with it. But, if you end up losing by 3 or 4 points, then maybe I made the wrong call. So, but if we end up losing by 3 points and we don't get this 4th down, then I'm going to have an argument the other direction. All right. Bears are still going to go with the aggressive play call. 15 seconds to go on the play clock. Caleb takes the shotgun snap. He's surveying. And I don't even know who he was throwing it to because that ball was supposed to be to DJ Moore. That was at least 3 or 4 yards ahead of him. And like I say, I would have just taken the 3 points and walked away with them. I don't know who Caleb was throwing it to on that. That was nowhere near DJ Moore. That was to the defender, Caleb. Come on now. Big game jitters. You got to shine under those bright lights. Did not like that call at all. No, did not like that at all. Post. I would have taken the 3. Hashtag bear down. Hashtag Chicago Bears. Yeah, I would have just taken the 3. And that's not hindsight on my part. Anyways, still 7-3. Vikings are taking over. Bears were roughly around the 30-ish yard line when that drive ended. Don't like it. Let's see here. Where is it? Okay. All right, finally back from that long commercial break. I don't know what was going on there. JJ McCarthy's only 1 for 2 for 5 passing yards. He's been sacked twice. Caleb's 10 for 11. That's a nice start. Definitely on the track to that 80 or 70% completion rate Ben Johnson wants. All right, Vikings are lined up about the Bears 24. It is 1st and 10. JJ McCarthy's lined up under center. He's got a man in motion. He's going to turn and hand it off to Aaron Jones, who is in motion. He's going to try to get around the corner, but he does not, and that's going to be a negligible gain. Good job by Noah Sewell covering that play. It will be 2nd and down. 8:45, 8:44, 8:43 left to go in this first half. I will do that again once the clock gets back up on the screen. It's easier to match up when you can actually see the time. 8:27, 8:26, 8:25 left to go in his first half. JJ's in the shotgun. He is surveying the field. He's going to go ahead and throw the short band, and that's going to be about a 4-yard gain at their own 30-yard line. For some reason, for a split second, I thought they were on the Bears side of the field. I don't know why I thought that, but 3rd and 4 for these Vikings. Bears fans on their feet, hopefully making noise at appropriate times in the stadium and shutting up at the other appropriate times for that. McCarthy's in the shotgun. He's got 3 wideouts, 1 tight end, 1 running back. He throws to Justin Jefferson, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the first down marker. Throwing it over the middle, throwing a pass just short of the sticks, a la Kirk Cousins. Fitting right in as a Vikings quarterback in that respect. Yep. Justin Jefferson sits down in the zone, and there are 3 Bears defenders to converge on him right at the sticks. Good defensive play. He's at least a yard, maybe a yard and a half short of the first down. And the Vikings will have to punt it away. 7:03, 7:02, 7:01 left to go in this first half. The snap is away. The kick is up. Looks to be another high one. No, he did not get all of that one. That one's going to be out of bounds around the 35-yard line, it looks like. Let's see where the refs mark it. That one definitely went off the side of his foot. Looked to be good at first, but the angle was bad. And, of course, they're going to go to commercial without telling us where the ball is spotted. There's definitely been a few quirks in this broadcast. Camera angles. I want to see all the action, you know. Give me the classic cam. Give me the hard cam. Twitter. Any new things? Any new news? A lot of baseball stuff coming across my Twitter right now. I don't really care about baseball. Huge football fan, casual White Sox fan. White Sox might avoid losing 100 games this year. That's good. That's good news. But beyond that, yeah, not really paying attention to baseball right now. Let me know when my White Sox are actually decent, and I'll start paying attention again. Oh, yeah. Got the NFL float here. NFL's had some weird ass commercials here to start the season off. I don't know about that whole Mr. Beast thing they got going on. Granted, I'm sitting here on YouTube, so I can't really talk shit about it, but I don't know, just something cringe about it. Especially when you put Roger Goodell in a damn commercial. You keep him out of there. Roger Goodell is just cringeworthy at every step. There's nothing he does that isn't cringe. Shut. All right, giving us a breakdown of some of Caleb's work here. Yeah, he had all kinds of green field for that touchdown. 7-3 Bears leading with 6:52 left to go in the first half. Ball is at the 35-yard line. Bears have 1st and 10. Caleb is 10 of 11 tonight for 86 yards. He is under center. He's got his big package in there, 12 personnel. He's going to turn and fake the handoff, surveying, and that ball's going to be tipped at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10. That was definitely something that was a bit of an issue last year for Caleb. Balls getting tipped at the line of scrimmage. Now watch out for those big boys getting their paws up there. Yep. Ingram Dawkins getting those big paws up there. And there was only, 2 people out running a pass route there? Oof. Anyway, 2nd down and 10. Caleb's under center again. Zacchaeus is in motion. He turns, he fakes the handoff again. He's got pressure. He's going to roll out to his right. Throws it. He had Zacchaeus down the sideline, but is incomplete. There is a flag on the play. Caleb's got a smile. But the unfortunate part is that there's nothing to smile about because that hold is on Kyle Monungai, the Bears running back. The Vikings are going to enforce it. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 20. Always an interesting choice between 2nd down and 20 or 3rd and 10. You really call that a hold? That didn't look like a hold on. Oh, they did decide to decline it. It is going to be 3rd and 10 now. It didn't really look like a hold on from my angle here, but doesn't matter because they declined the penalty anyways. 3rd and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Caleb's in shotgun. He's directing traffic. He's got a man in motion from left to right. That's Roma Dunze. Ball snap. Caleb takes a snap. He's surveying. Under pressure. He's going to have to roll out to his left, and he's going to be almost brought down. Gets away, and now he's got all kinds of room. No, he doesn't. He's going to be out of bounds. 2-yard gain. Should have been a huge sack, so at least he avoided disaster on that play. But that was not pretty by any means. He was immediately under pressure, was in the grasp, was just about ready to give up when he realized, oh, hey, I can get away here. Oof. Yeah, that was almost a huge disaster. Turned about a 12-yard loss into a 2-yard gain there. So something out of nothing. But Bears are going to have to punt it away. That's disappointing. Excellent first drive, and they haven't done a whole hell of a lot since. Well, I suppose they did have a reasonable drive that ended with no points, but Punts away. It's fielded. On the hop, Price is going to have a short yardage return here. Looks like the Vikings will start right around their own 30-yard line. 5:52 left to go in the first half. Fucking parched. I got a buddy who was at Raw tonight. You know, he's gonna be checking in on my stream once in a while here. Oh yeah. Yeah, I really wish the Bears would have just taken the 3 on that drive. Really decided to go for it on 4th down. Sometimes you just got to know your personnel. I feel like I know this personnel pretty well. McDonald's. McDonald's looks so sterile on the inside now. Got to be the most boring place to go and eat now. Granted, I ain't got the money for that, nor do I got the waistline that'll accept that anymore. Swore off fast food, not forever, but for the most part. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Come on. It's been a while since anything has happened in this game. Fourth down pass for DJ Moore missed by a bunch. Yeah, you ain't kidding, Brad. Big Z. Troy Aikman, Joe Buck with a fresh set of hair plugs for the NFL season. Such a weird thing to be addicted to, hair plugs. He's literally addicted to hair plugs. He's admitted to it. It's crazy. Take it like a man, Joe. From one Joe to another. Fucking take the baldness like a man. Anyways, 5:52 left to go in this game. 1st and 10, Vikings set up at their own 24. JJ McCarthy's under center. He hands it off to his back, and he makes a few men miss, and he's going to have about a 10-yard gain on that 1st down run. There is, however, a flag on the play. Looks like this one will be coming back. Holding, offense, 10-yard penalty. Repeat 1st down, 20 yards to go. All right. 1st and 20. 5:34, 5:33, 5:32 left to go in this first half. Vikings are backed up to their own 14-yard line. McCarthy's in the shotguns, got 3 wideouts and a running back to his right. He's just going to fake. He fakes the handoff, and that pass is batted down by TJ. Nope, that is not TJ Edwards. That is Tremaine Edmonds who batted that pass down. Got his hands in the throwing lane right at the right moment. Have another look at that. Oh yeah, he was watching McCarthy the entire way. Bit of a shame. I mean, McCarthy should have known better, honestly, to even try to throw that. So 2nd and 20 from their own 14. McCarthy's in the shotgun. He takes a shotgun snap. He's surveying, got plenty of time to throw. Looks like he might have been contacted from behind on that play. As that throw fell short of the receiver. It's tough to see what happened, but it definitely looked like Ode Bingo might have got a hand on that. Let's see if the ball was out. His hand was probably going forward. Yeah, it was a forward pass, but nice play. Getting pressure on the quarterback, affecting the throw. That's going to bring up 3rd and 20 from their own 14-yard line. Come on, defense. Crowd, you better be on your feet making a ton of noise right now. Only 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. The Vikings are going to have to burn a timeout. Play clock either ran out or the Vikings had to burn a timeout because, well, now they're saying that they didn't reset the play clock. I don't know. I think you guys. Yep, delay a game offense. Thank you. No, they reset the play clock. Just because you guys can't hear, you don't get to get the play clock reset. Sorry. Nope. Sorry. You ran out of time. Third and 25 from their own 9-yard line, and Kevin O'Connell is not happy about it. I'll tell you who is happy about it. Bears fans. Make that noise. Let's go, boys. Got the fans on their feet. Down in that end zone, it is impossible to hear when it is noisy like that. And they're about to run out of play clock again. He does just get the snap off. It's going to be a short dump off to the running back who's going to gain about 6 yards on that. And the Vikings are going to have to go ahead and punt it away with less than 5 minutes to go in the first half. Justin Jefferson looks very frustrated. He has not been targeted much in this first half. He was the target on that big PI call earlier in the game that resulted in the Vikings field goal. But beyond that, he has not had much action in this game at all, which is interesting because it's Tyreek Stevenson covering him. Kick is away. That's going to be settled under about the 35. Duvernay's got room to return. He brings it back for about 6 yards. The Bears will be starting this drive around the 41-yard line with 4:29 to go in the first half. Next Monday night doubleheader. Bucks at Texans, Chargers at Raiders. Man, those Chargers look good on Friday against the Chiefs. Justin Herbert, that's probably the best game he's ever really had as a pro. And like to see him continue that and maybe even do it in a playoff game in the future. That would be nice to see. All right. Bears setting up shot. 1st and 10. Caleb under center hands it off to DeAndre Swift, who's going to go and gain about 4 yards on that first down run. Check that, 3 yards on the first down run. 2nd and 6 for the Bears. Looks like they'll be setting up at about the 44 on that for the next play. Yeah, I fell asleep during last night's game, the 41-40 thriller. I go to bed, it's 40 to 20, or I fall asleep on the couch, it's 40 to 25. I wake up and Joel Osteen's preaching to me on my television. I look and I see the Bills somehow won that game. I'm like, what? So, of course, I had to watch the highlights at 1 a.m. All right. 2nd and 6. Caleb's under center. He's got a man in motion. It looks like they're going to be burning. Nope, that's going to be a false start. Please don't tell me that's Darnell Wright once again. Is that right again? That's going to bring up 2nd and 11 for the Bears. Looked like that false start was on Darnell Wright. If so, that would be his 3rd one for this game. Not good. Procedural penalties are going to kill us. No, I think that was the right guard. That was Dahlman on the false start, I think. Ooh, nice catch by Zacchaeus on the 2nd down play. He's across midfield, and he's got a 1st down at the Minnesota, we'll call it 43-yard line right now. That was a laser by Williams, right over the middle to Zacchaeus. Caught him in stride. Zacchaeus is fast, man. If you hit him in stride, he's going to pick up some yardage for you. Nice throw and catch. All right. So the Bears are setting up at the Vikings 44-yard line. That's going to be a pitch back to DeAndre Swift, who's going to carry it left tackle. He's going to have a gain of about 3 on the 1st down play. 2:39, 2:38, 2:37 left to go in this first half. 2nd down and 7. Bears hoping to put some points on the board before halftime here. You're probably going to take it easy because you don't want to give the ball back to the Vikings before the halftime. You can get yourself the double whammy of scoring before the half, and you get the ball to start the second half. Every team's dream scenario. All right, Caleb's directing traffic under center. He's going to go ahead and hand it off to DeAndre Swift yet again, who carries it for about a yard. That's going to bring up third down, and we'll call it long because it's going to be at least 6 yards on third down. And that does bring us to the 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning, Bears driving 7-3. Bears have 1 timeout left. Vikings have 2 timeouts left. Not a lot happening in this game, but yet still somehow entertaining, at least to the Bears nerd in me. I do like defense. And what Bears fan didn't grow up watching great defense being played? It doesn't really matter what era you grew up in. You've seen great defense in just about any era of Bears football, no matter how old you are. I, of course, had the 85 Bears as a young lad. Then I had the 2000 or the 2001 Bears, who were definitely one of the best defenses out there, at least scoring wise. You know, they're one of the top 10 teams as far as scoring defense all time. And then, of course, the Vic Fangio Bears defense was absolutely stellar. So definitely love my defensive performances. But this is the Ben Johnson era, so we want to see some damn points scored. And I still think they should have taken that field goal earlier rather than go for it on 4th down. Tit is what tit is. McDonald's and their sterile commercials again, whatever. Food's too expensive and it's not good. Anyways. Just waiting on coming back from the 2-minute warning here. Bears do have the ball. They're roughly around the 35, 40-yard line of the Vikings. It is 3rd down. About 6 to go. Man, did those Lions look like crap yesterday, huh? I think it makes a difference losing, 8 coaches they lost after last season? I mean, that offense just did not look creative at all. Goff had a decent game numbers-wise, but that offense just couldn't get anything done. I mean, Micah Parsons did affect the game, but I don't know, man. That offense looked lost. All right, we're back from the 2-minute warning. Caleb's in the shotgun. He's got 2 wide receivers to his left, 1 to his right. DeAndre Swift is lined up next to him. He's directing traffic, setting Zacchaeus in motion. Takes the shotgun snap. He's surveying. He's got Zacchaeus in stride for a 1st down. With 1:55 left to go, the clock is stopped as Zacchaeus stepped out of bounds after the marker. 1st and 10 Bears. Looked like he stepped out around a 30-yard line there. Yeah, 31-yard line. Zacchaeus, you know, he's been impressive since training camp, and it's interesting why he's been on so many different teams. I mean, the guy's, I think he's been on 4 teams in 5 years or something like that already. Bears setting up at the Vikings 32. Caleb under center. He turns and he hands it off to DeAndre Swift, who's going to take it under center or take it up the middle for about a 3-yard gain. 2nd and down, it's going to be 145, 144, 143 left to go in this first half. 2nd down and 7 upcoming. Bears have had the ball for 17 minutes to the Vikings 11, have run 29 plays to the Vikings 18, 167 yards to the Vikings 52. Those are numbers that are usually reversed when you're talking about the Bears there. Caleb under center for the 2nd and 7 play. He turns and he pitches it to DeAndre Swift, who carries it up the middle again for another 2-yard gain. I get they don't want to leave a lot of time for the Vikings, but I feel like if they're going to run it up the middle, they're using the wrong running back. McCarthy's jumping up and down. His hat falls off his head. He's having a little too much fun out there. He just wants to get back on the field. 49, 48, 47 seconds left to go in his first half. It is 3rd and 5. 10 seconds left on the play clock. Caleb's in the shotgun. He's got 3 wide receivers bunched up to his left. Man in motion. Takes the snap, surveying, throws it to his right. He's got Rome Odunze, but he is hit hard, and it's going to be short. They're going to call him. His forward progress was stopped, so the Bears are going to have to take a timeout to stop this clock, I think. The clock has indeed stopped. It is 4th and 2 now. The Vikings are the ones who have taken the timeout to stop the clock. And it's decision time for Ben Johnson again. It's 4th and 2 now. Looks like he's going to go ahead and leave his offense out on the field yet again. I mean, I get the aggression, but man, you're leaving points on the field if you don't pick this up again. Oh, palms are getting sweaty here. Oh, looks like they changed their mind and they're just going to take the points. Yep. Ben Johnson thought better of it this time around and figures, hey, you know what? Let's try to go into halftime up 7 as opposed to only 4. Your defense can hold them for about 23 seconds. You'll be in good shape. 42-yard attempt from Cairo Santos to snap the spot. The kick is up, and it is just barely through, just missing the right upright. I'll tell you, I saw so many kicks hitting the uprights this week. I had to include it in my weekly recap video because it was just incredible how many kicks sailed. Whoa, that was by a hair. It don't get much closer than that without bouncing through. He maybe had a couple of inches there. Woo, that was close. Ben Johnson likes it because it went through. You'll take it. Cairo Santos says, oof. Just snuck that one in there. All right, 10-3 Bears. We got 24 seconds left to go in this first half. Vikings got 1 timeout. Going to try to come out and make something happen before halftime. Let's hope the Bears defense can make that not happen. Again, 24 seconds left to go in this first half. Bears leading it 10-3, and we are just waiting the kickoff to restart this game. Bears have 172 yards of offense to the Vikings 52. Santos is getting ready to kick this away. The kick is away. It will be fielded around the 5-yard line by Minnesota. Return man will be brought down around the 30-yard line. 25-yard return. Vikings will be taking over with 19 seconds left to go in this first half and 1 timeout. Showing the highlights of the little trickery plays that Ben Johnson liked to use when he was in Detroit. Offense probably could have used a couple of those yesterday against Green Bay, I'm sure. All right, defense, 19 seconds. Let's hold them. 1 timeout for each team. McCarthy's in the shotgun. He's got trips to his right, running back lined up to his left. He takes the shotgun snap. He is surveying the field. He's got all kinds of time to throw. He has got a man deep for about 22-yard gain. That is number 1 for the Vikings. I'm not even sure who that is. Vikings are running up to the line like they want to rush the snap. I mean, Bears couldn't challenge it if they wanted to. I'm not even sure what's going on here. What are we looking at? I'm highly confused. I don't have any audio, though, so that doesn't help. Vikings called their first time. I guess they're saying he was down, so the Vikings had to burn their final timeout. He didn't go out of bounds. That's what we were looking at. I was extremely confused for a minute there. Again, it doesn't help when you have the audio down, but I can't have it bleeding through. Otherwise, I'll end up getting my stream muted. And that's the last thing I need. All right. There are 11 seconds left. And the Vikings look like they're already lining up for the field goal. That's an interesting decision on 1st and 10 with 11 seconds to go. I mean, I know you got no timeouts. This guy's career long is 58 yards. It looks like he's lining up for about a 65-yarder here. He doesn't look too happy about it either. He looks a little nervous. 59-yard attempt. Okay. It looked longer than that at first. But at 1st and 10, they're not even going to try to get a little closer. All right. The snap, the spot, the kick is up. And it is through. The Vikings get 3 right before the half. And it is now 10-6 Bears with 6 seconds left to go in the first half. Just like that. It only took one long play, and they were in field goal range, just like that. $59-yarder. It would have been good from about 63, probably. Don't like it. Still an interesting decision on 1st and 10 to kick that with 11. I don't know. I mean, hey, they got their points. Still 6 seconds left to go. Bears are obviously going to have to return it. I don't know. Kevin O'Connell looks like he was upset that kick went through for some reason. I don't understand what that's about. That's interesting. That's a Soldier Field record, Soldier Field record, 59 yards. And I'm almost certain that it's not a Bear that he's tied with. Kick is up and away. Be fielded at the 5. And he's got room to run. Oh, man. A return would have been beautiful there, but that brings us to halftime. Bears leading it 10-6. And I'm going to go ahead and use the halftime to take a pee break, let the dog out, do all that good stuff. I shall be back to you in 12 minutes or less. All right, got about 2:45 left to go before the start of the second half here. There's a post here from NFL and ESPN. It was one of the plays where McCarthy got sacked. And apparently, Peyton Manning goes, I played 18 years. I thought it was man coverage. They confused me. I can promise you, J.J. McCarthy thought it was man. That's crazy. Bears defense is even tripping up Peyton Manning. That's great. Oof. Oh. Suppose it's the least I could do. There we go. Oh. About a minute and a half before the start of the second half here. Oh, yeah. Screw that racket. Anyways, first half highlights. Yeah, start 2 3-and-outs for the Bears defense, scoring drive for the Bears offense, and then not very much happening besides exchanging field goals at the end of the half. All right, getting ready to start this second half. Bears will be taking the second half kick and hopefully going down the field and scoring with it. We are back with Troy Aikman and Hair Plugs. Let's go already. All right, the kick is away. Ball will be fielded right at the goal line by Duvernay. He's got it out to the 20, and he's going to be brought down around the 22-yard line. I honestly got to believe that ball would have bounced through the back of the end zone if he just let it. Could have had it at the 35. Chicago, 5 straight home losses versus Vikings. That's not pretty. Then again, when you look at what this team's been looking like over the last few years, not a surprise. Caleb's under center. He's got trips to his left, a man to his right. Sends Cole Kmet in motion. He's surveying, looking left, looking to the middle. He decides to go for the check down throw to DeAndre Swift and is well out in front of him. Off target. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Didn't see what he was looking for, but when it came down to the outlet pass, he threw it at least 2 yards in front of him. Definitely been off target here to start out the season. He was, 8 of 9 or 9 of 10, 10 of 11, something like that to start the game. But he's had several balls that are just off target. Second and 10, 14:49. Yeah, he started 10 and 10, right? He's 3 of 7 since. Got a man in motion. He's going to take the snap, fake the handoff to Swift. And again, incomplete to the right side to Komet. Would have been a negligible gain at best. That brings up 3rd and 10. Caleb looks like he does not understand what he's looking at now. It would appear that Vikings have definitely made some adjustments to their defense. Ben Johnson looks very frustrated. I think he's upset with Caleb right now. Brian Flores' defense was one of his specialties, so he's probably a little upset. Shotgun snap. Caleb is serving. He's got 3 men to his left, and he throws it well behind Zacchaeus. I don't understand what he's looking at there. Got hit on the throw, but it looked like he just lame ducked that throw in there. Let's see that again. What happened there? Got stepped on by his own man. But even then, it didn't look like it affected the throw. What a terrible throw by Williams. Awful series to start this second half. No yardage gained. 3 and out. Torrey Taylor's kicking it away from his own 10-yard line. That was close to being blocked. He's got a nice high kick. It's going to be fielded at the 30. He's got room to run. He's at the 40, the 45, the 50, where he is brought down across midfield at the Bears' 48-yard line. Awful start to the second half for these Bears right now. No yardage gain, and then a good chunk return on the punt. Vikings starting in plus territory for their first possession of the second half. Defense is going to have to come up with a big play. Otherwise, Vikings are going to be out in front real soon. All right, 1st and 10. McCarthy's under center. Looks like he's got 2 tight ends, 2 wide outs. He fakes the handoff, surveying over the middle. That ball is hit. Looks like his hand was hit when he was delivering. Sewell might have had a chance to get at that ball, but it is not complete. There is, however, a flag on the play. Personal foul, roughing the passer on Ode Bingo. I find that interesting. It looked like he hit his arm. Oh. He hit him after the ball was, he took him down to the ground. I mean, that wasn't even that rough of a hit, but they're going to call it every time. Oh, he hit me in the head. Roughing the passer. JJ McCarthy, you're a rookie. Well, you're not a rookie, but you're essentially a rookie. You can't be begging for those calls. Anyways, 1st and 10 from the Bears' 34-yard line. He turns and hands it off, and that's going to go for no gain. The awful start to the Bears' second half still continuing here. Kevin Byard, the safety, was up on that stop for no gain here. Second and 10. They're showing Justin Jefferson's only been targeted twice so far. 13:52, 13:51, 13:50 left to go in the second or third quarter. Pitch out to the right to the running back. He is going to redirect himself, and he's only going to have about 2 yards on his play. 3rd and 8 upcoming for the Minnesota Vikings offense. Looks like they're trying to go hurry up here. McCarthy looks like he's calling the plays at the line here. And now they're huddled. I don't know what's going on here. These camera angles that ABC's giving me right now are just crazy. JJ's lined up in the shotgun. He's got 3 wideouts to his left. Changing the play now. He's got a running back, and he's running out of play clock. He gets the snap off, surveying the field, and that's going to be intercepted, and that's going to be taken to the house by Nahshon Wright. Touchdown Bears. Pick 6, baby. Woo! Hell yeah. Pick 6. Nahshon Wright. to the house. McCarthy was running out of time, had to get that snap off, thought he had an open man, never saw Nahshon Wright, comes up and just snatches it away. Excellent play. And that is what you got. 74-yard interception return by Nahshon Wright. And that is the type of big play that turns the game around for you. They came out looking like crap to start this second half. And then that play, excellent. Excellent. Let's see that replay. Come on, baby. Show me that replay. Bears are out for the extra point, the snap, the spot, the kick is up, and it is good. The Bears are now leading this game by 11 points, 17-6 on the back of that Nahshon Wright pick six. What a play. Yep, he was throwing it to Jefferson. That was that third target that they were looking for, and Jefferson never had a chance because Nahshon Wright just completely undercut that throw. He saw it the entire way. He knew where they were going with it. And Jalen Johnson loves it from the sideline. Bears fans love it in the stands. They love it at home. They love it on YouTube. They love it everywhere. Hell yeah. Pick six, baby. I text my buddy who's at Raw. Told him I keep him apprised on the game here. Oh, I love it. I fucking love it. That's that defense we were talking about earlier in the game. Grew up loving my defense. All right, let's see. Following. Nahshon Wright jumps an out route for Justin Jefferson. It's a pick six. We're bringing the house and they burn the rookie QB. Yeah, boy. That was awesome. All right. Just waiting to get back from this commercial break after the Bears pick six, puts them up 17-6. Welcome to the big leagues, JJ McCarthy. Justin Jefferson looks upset about it too. I mean, hey, he undercut that route. That was perfectly played. They did bring the house. 1, 2, 3. They brought 7 on the blitz. Holy shit. That was almost the old engage 8 on Madden. Dropping shit. All right, the kick is away. It's fielded at the 2. He's got room to return. He's going to beat up to the 25. He's going to be brought down around the 29-yard line where the Vikings will take over. Back out to the field for J.J. McCarthy, who was 5 of 9 for 48 yards and a pick. He has more interception return yards than he has passing yards on the game. $12:45 to go in this third quarter, excuse me. All right, McCarthy's under center. He's got 12 personnel in there. He's going to go and pitch it to his running back, who takes it up left tackle, and he's going to have about a 3-yard gain on that play where he's brought down by Noah Sewell, who has had a very good game so far. He's playing in place of the injured TJ Edwards. But during the preseason, I noticed him as a standout, especially with that neck roll that he's wearing. I don't know, for whatever reason, I love that neck roll he's got on, but definitely a hard-nosed player. And tonight, he's definitely been making the tackles, moving side to side, playing that middle linebacker position. Kind of reminds me of someone, but I ain't going that far yet. Anyways, 2nd and 6, McCarthy's under center. He's going to fake the handoff, and he's surveying. He is under pressure, and he is going to be brought down for the sack. That is number 69. Who is that? Massaquoi? I got the wrong roster pulled up here. Tano Kopasnan, undrafted free agent. Tano Kopasnan. He's the 3rd left defensive end listed on this depth chart, making a big impact. Anyways, it's 3rd and 13. JJ McCarthy's in the shotgun. He's got 2 wideouts to the left. He has run out of time on the play clock. That is going to be a delay of game on the Vikings yet again. That will bring up 3rd and 18. JJ McCarthy is all out of sorts in his first NFL start. Can't blame the kid. He's in hostile territory. But, man, he is just having all kinds of problems right now. He is screaming at his center to get that ball snapped, and by then it is far too late. It had already been about 2 seconds too late at that point. 3rd down and extremely long coming up. 10:59, 10:58, 10:57 left to go in this 3rd quarter. JJ McCarthy's in the shotgun. He is taking a snap, and he's going to hand off on the running back draw. And the Bears were not fooled. They stopped that about 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. 4th down, and the Vikings will have to punt it away on 4th and 20. 17-6, Bears have the lead. 10:33, 10:32, 10:31 left to go in this 3rd quarter. Yeah, they were not fooled on that one. I feel like we've seen more of Mason than we've seen of Aaron Jones so far in this game. That could just be me, but all right, the punt is away, kicking from his own 5-yard line. Very nice kick, taken in at the 30-yard line. And he's only going to get a short gain, maybe up to the 39, depending on if he stepped out or not, out right around the 30. There is a flag on the play. See what that's about. We got holding on the Bears during the return. That's going to back them up 10 yards. Well, who knows where that's actually going to back them up. The original spot was around a 39. Depends on where the hold occurred, of course. But we're going to commercial break. Bears will have the ball 1st and 10 when we come back. I honestly wish I could go to commercial break sometimes here because but then again, if there was people to interact with in the chat, it might be a different story. So far, I'm not complaining a ton, but they look to come out flat initially in the to start the 3rd quarter. You're going to get a second opportunity on offense here, so let's see what happens there. Defense definitely got it kick-started for them. And then, of course, there was the moment of aggression in the 2nd quarter where I feel like they should have just taken the 3. It is what it is. Bears are on top, though. 17-6, baby. Yeah, so far 2025 football season off to a good start. And that's just speaking generally. I'm not just speaking about the Bears. We'll wait till that game finishes before we call that a good start. But no, it definitely was highly entertained yesterday. And I'm upset that I fell asleep during that game last night, Baltimore and Buffalo, man. I saw Derrick Henry go in to make it 40-25. I was like, that's it. I've had enough. And it's a classic Josh Allen comeback. Oh, are we gonna have to hear about the 85 Bears all year? Still resting on those laurels because they're the only laurels we got. And they're dropping like flies at this point. The only ones left have at least been taking care of themselves. All right, 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. 10:08 to go in the third quarter. Caleb's under center. He's got 12 personnel in there. He's going to turn and pitch it back to DeAndre Swift, who's dancing around in the backfield. He's going to be brought down for a slight loss. 2nd and 11 incoming. Swift has got to stop dancing around back there. You need to just plow ahead when they're trying to do these inside and outside zones. Three sacks, 5 tackles for loss, and the pick 6. Of course, we got a Ditka outfit. All right, 2nd and 10. Caleb's under center. He's got trips to his right, sending DJ Moore in motion. He turns and he fakes the handoff to Swift. He's going to have to, he throws it out to the left side. He's got DJ Moore wide open in the flat. And that's going to be 1st and 10, baby. Was that about a 15-yard gain? Yeah, DJ Moore in motion. Runs up. Runs a slight out. Yeah, it's about a 12-yard gain. Way too easy. Just ran the defender off. I don't know who that DB is, number 7 there, but it looked like it was a bit of a loaf on his part. Who was that? Number 7. Byron Murphy. That's bad news for him. Okay. Wait, what's going on here? 2nd and 13. Did I miss a play? What the hell happened? Second and 13. Did I miss a play or something? Or did they not come? Did they call that back? Was there a penalty? I don't know what the hell happened. Caleb's in the shotgun. He's looking left, and that ball is batted at the line of scrimmage, looking for Zacchaeus out in the flat. Did they not just have a first down to DJ Moore? What the hell? Again, this is the drawback to not having audio here. I have no idea. I either missed a down or they called something back. It is 3rd and 13 now at the 39. Caleb's in this, takes a shotgun snap. He's surveying. He's got nobody open, so he's going to go ahead and take the check down to Colston Loveland, who's just going to gain about 3 on that play. It is 4th down. And I am really lost here. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I must have missed something there. I apologize for that. Torrey Taylor back to punt it away. He's standing at his own 29-yard line. 7:25 left to go in the third quarter. That kick was almost blocked again, but they did run into the kicker. Maybe we can get a flag on that one. Ball was fielded inside the 10. Returner's going to be brought down just shy of the 25-yard line. There is no flag for running into the kicker on that play, so the Vikings will have the ball 1st and 10 around their own 25. 17-6 Bears, third quarter, 7:14 left to go. I gotta look at Bigsy. Maybe he could tell me what the hell happened there. He didn't say anything. Grody, maybe you? The Bears are ending McCarthyism in front of our eyes. That's pretty funny. How about you, Grody? Nope. The last tweets are around about the pick 6. So if I missed something, nobody else did. So, oops. Hey, these things happen. Can't keep my eyes planted on the screen 100% of the time, can I? That's why they, NBC, CBS, and all these other people, they got spotters that do all this shit for them. Trying to do too many things at once. 7:14 left to go in this third quarter. We're just waiting for the commercial break to end. Let's go. The Golden Bachelor. Is that just the old Bachelor? Yeah, that's what that is. Gold? No. I've never watched a single episode of any Bachelor or Bachelorette show, and I am proud to fucking say it. Oops, sorry about that. That's probably a little noisy. Ugh. All right, we're back from commercial break. Vikings ready to take over. 1st and 10. Ball is at their own 23-yard line. McCarthy's under center. He's got 3 wide receivers out there. He goes and fakes the handoff, and he's got Ode Bingo coming into his face. That's going to be an incomplete pass. Bears are trying to say that it was a fumble recovery. I don't think you're going to get that. That ball looked like it was incomplete all the way. Noah Sewell, I love you. Okay, so it was a catch. He was not down by contact. They punched that ball out. It might be worth a challenge. It might be worth a challenge to say that they punched that ball out because I don't think he was down by contact. Hawkinson catches the ball. He goes down. He's got a knee on the ground. He's rolling. Nobody has touched him yet. Oh, he's down right there. But he didn't touch anything but the ball. I don't know. Bears are probably going to lose this challenge, but it was a worthy challenge. I would have made this challenge too, for sure. As a worthy challenge, even if you lose it. I've seen worse challenges, or I've seen more definite calls not get challenged in the past too. So it's all right. I'm fine with them losing the timeout if they do in that one. In that case. Oh yeah. Tommy DeVito. So follow me on this one. Oh, yeah. 2 hours into our live stream. We had a few of you popping in and out of here, so it's nice to see. Get a little bit of traffic here. Better than nothing. Every in-house, outhouse, doghouse in that area. Jeez, David Gruber, maybe you should have whitened the bottom teeth too. Yikes. That's a Milwaukee area thing. Oh yeah. Just waiting on coming back from the Bears challenge here. Bears believe they may have punched the ball out, but I believe they're going to rule Hawkinson down by contact. I mean, it is the perfect play if they do get it because he only touched the ball at first. What are they going to say? They're going to let the Vikings keep it. McCarthy's under center, and he's going to fake the handoff, throw the short pass to the running back, and he's going to have a gain of about 5 on this play. That's going to bring up 3rd and 3 for the Vikings. It was definitely close. It was a good challenge. I can't blame him for challenging that one. So lose a timeout, but you could have gained a possession, which would have been a big deal had they come away with that one. So 3rd and 2 for these Vikings. 16, 15, 14, 13 left to go in the third quarter. Vikings are 0 of 7 on 3rd down right now. So let's try to keep that trend up. Bears defense. They have the line stacked up here. McCarthy's in the shotgun with 3 wideouts. He drops back. He looks like he doesn't know where to go with it, but he does eventually find Adam Thielen, the returning Minnesota Viking. But he does not come up with the ball. Ball was right in his hands, but he did not complete the catch, and it is 4th down and 2. Took a shot right to the back, and the ball was ripped out at the same time. Good play by Tyreek Stevenson. I'm proud to say that. Good play by Tyreek Stevenson. It is 4th and 2. Vikings are lined up to punt. He will be kicking it away from his own 20-yard line. The ball will be fielded at the 22 at the other side where the fair catch will be called by Duvernay. Looks like the Bears will start this drive from their own 23-yard line with 5:46 left to go in the third quarter. Golf clap for Tyreek Stevenson. Keep it up, buddy. I do it out of love. I want to see you perform. Adam Thielen's a little upset with himself. Can't blame him. You definitely had the first down in your hands there, and you dropped it. All right, Caleb turns and hands it off to DeAndre Swift, who finally hits the hole with some power, and he is pushing forward. He's got about 9.5 on that carry. It's going to be 2nd down and extremely short. That is the type of run I want to see. Excellent. Excellent carry by DeAndre Swift. Head of steam, hit the hold, moving forward. Put your head in there and hit someone, young man. Yes. Excellent. That's what I want to see. Do it again. DeAndre Swift, 11 carries, 31 yards. That is not good. 3 catches, 12 yards. That ain't great either. 2nd and 1, 5:06, 5:05, 5:04 left to go in this third quarter. Caleb turns, fakes the handoff this time. He's got plenty of time to throw. He's going to hit the check down. That is DJ Moore out of the backfield, who is going to be very close to a first down. It's only about a 1-yard gain, but looks like he has enough to move the sticks. It is indeed 1st and 10, 4:33, 4:32, 4:31 left to go in this third quarter. Bears lined up right about their own 40-yard line. Caleb under center. He's got two wideouts to his right, two tight ends to his left. He's going to turn and pitch it back. That looks to be DeAndre Swift again. Yes, it was. It's got about a 3-yard gain on that play. They're showing Caleb's QB clock here. Looks like he's getting the ball out, under 3 seconds, which is good. All right, he fakes the handoff again. He's going to have to get flushed out of the pocket. He's running. Looks like he's going to have the first down and more. Runs out of bounds just after midfield for a Bears first down. Was immediately pressured after the play fake on that play, but managed to get away from at least 3 Vikings defenders. Gets the first down with his legs crossing midfield into Vikings territory. Looks like they'll have it about the Vikings 47-yard line or so. Put that mouth guard on your teeth. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Looks like we have an injured player on the field. Looks to be Blake Cashman. Clock is stopped with 3:29 left to go in this third quarter. And it looks like we will be stepping away for an injury timeout. See what happened. He was one of the trio of players trying to get Caleb Williams on that play. And he just pulled up after pursuing. Yep, you can see something went. I unfortunately know that feeling. I've had something go on me when I was running. Just happened over the spring this year. That was fun. All right, the clock is ticking. 3:18, 3:17, 3:16 left to go in this third quarter. Caleb's under center is 1st and 10 at the Vikings 48. He turns and hands it off to DeAndre Swift, who finally hits the hole with a little bit of power there. However, only gains about 2 on that carry. But yeah, he was definitely doing a lot of dancing in the backfield the first couple of drives. Looks like somebody may have talked to him before this series because he's hitting the hole harder than he had been. He was doing a lot of lateral movement the last couple of series before this one. 2:42, 2:41, 2:40 left to go in his third quarter. 2nd and 8. Caleb is under center. He's got 2 wideouts to his right. Excuse me. 1 wideout. He's got 2 tight ends. He turns. He hands it off to DeAndre Swift again, who's got a nice hole to run through, and he's cutting to the left. That's going to be about a 13-yard gain on 2nd down for a Bears first down. Gotta say it like they do at the stadium. For a Bears first down. Even though I haven't been in the stadium in quite some time. There's a timeout. Where? On the field. Oh, that one I remember. Anyways, excellent run by DeAndre Swift on 2nd down here. It is 1st and 10. The Bears are set up right around the Vikings 34-yard line. And the Vikings are going to be offsides, and that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Bears are getting a free 5 yards. Defender definitely came across. Don't you even think about calling false start. Thank you, offsides or neutral zone infraction. I always wonder what the difference is. You're offsides, you're in the neutral zone. It's a neutral zone infraction. I don't know. I guess maybe it's just what the ref decides, what the ref likes to call it. 1st and 5 for the Bears. Well into Vikings territory now at about, the 29-yard line? Yes, sir. 135, 134. Caleb takes a snap, turns and hands it off to DeAndre Swift, who runs up the left side, and he's got a hard run for 5 yards. That's going to be another Bears first down. 122, 121, 120 left to go in this third quarter. Bears committing to some power running finally on this drive. Again, seems like somebody may have just told, DeAndre on the last defensive series to say, "Hey, just run forward. None of this left to right stuff." DeAndre likes it, so let's do it. All right, 53, 52, 51 seconds left to go. Caleb's under center. He's got 12 personnel in there again. He turns and fakes the handoff to Swift. He's serving. He's got all kinds of time. He's eventually just going to dump it off to Swift, who's going to have another 13-yard gain. However, there is a flag on the play. Do not see it on the field, but I'm guessing it's in the area of offensive holding. It is going to be a hold on Darnell Wright, negating a 13-yard gain, and that's going to bring up 1st and 20. A lot of penalty yardage on Darnell Wright tonight. It's probably fine until you get on top of the guy. Jeez. Perfect pancake block, but then he goes and he lays on top of the guy, and that's why they call the hold. Stupid. I think you guys picked the wrong right tackle. Anyways, 1st and 20. You got 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts. Caleb takes a shotgun snap, throws over the middle, and that is way too high for Cole Kmet. Offensive penalties killing us. Yep. Cole Kmet, as athletic as he might be, he wasn't getting that one. And he laid out for it, too. All right, Caleb's in the shotgun. It's 2nd and 20. Running out of time on the play clock here. He got the snap off. He's serving. He's good under pressure. He's going to have to run out. He is going to. I don't know what he's doing there. I think they're going to call that an incomplete pass. Caleb Williams got flushed out of the pocket, ran right, ran left, got tripped up, tried to throw the ball away. It looks like he might have been out of the tackle box. There is a flag on the ground, though, now. They may call intentional grounding on this one. I am not entirely sure. They do call intentional grounding on him. Dude, this series just went from good to awful. Darnell Wright is going to have a lot to answer for in meetings. I mean, they got to try to at least get back into field goal range here. He hits Zacchaeus for a nice little gainer, but I don't know how close that's going to get him to the field goal range. Not a good third quarter for this Bears offense. Finally got something going towards the end of the third quarter, and then another Darnell Wright penalty just kills them. Not good, Darnell Wright. Not good at all. Third quarter has come to the end. Bears have 3rd and 30 to start the fourth quarter. Or no, that was 3rd and 30 to end the third quarter. They're going to have 4th down. Who knows if they're going to be anywhere close to field goal range here. I don't think so. Okay. Let's go Bears. He is I and I am him. Is that trailer for him? You're really reaching on these movies these days too. I like the classics because I'm an old fart. Oh shit. Fucking chair falling apart here or what? Jeez. All right, heading to the fourth quarter at Soldier Field. Caleb, why do you look like you've been crying? Do not do that. Do not do that. You are on camera in front of the entire country. You do not need to be doing that right now. Country already hates you as it is. I mean, it's a harsh take. You're polarizing as it is. Anyways, Cairo Santos lining up for a 50-yard field goal attempt to start the fourth quarter here. May Pope be with him. And that is no good. Sailed wide right on him. And that is now going to set up the Vikings with excellent field position. This second half, other than a pick six, the second half has really not gone our way here. So it's all right, Ben. It's just your debut. You'll be all right. Win or lose, I got faith in you. All right, 14:55 left in this fourth quarter. JJ McCarthy's under center. He's got two tight ends to his left. He goes and he hands it off to his running back, who's going to go ahead and gain. Fighting hard for yardage, he goes ahead and gains about 8 yards on that run. He looked to be stopped at first, but then it just kept pushing. 14:38, 14:37, 14:36, and I can only imagine what Lisa Salters is reporting on the sideline right now after we saw that shot at Caleb when we came back from commercial. Ball is at Minnesota's 47-yard line, 2nd and 3. JJ's under center. Two tight ends, two wideouts. He turns and he hands it off to the running back again, who breaks through the line, and he's got plenty of daylight in front of him. He'd be brought down by the secondary after a gain of about 14. 1st and 10, Minnesota into Bears territory. Yeah. Probably a gain of about 16 on that, to be honest. Ball at the Bears' 35-yard line. McCarthy's under center. He turns, fakes the handoff this time. Airs it out towards his left, and he's got Justin Jefferson as he's stepping out of bounds, coming down with the catch. 1st and 10, Minnesota. Minnesota appears to have finally found something in the Bears defense here because they were just smothering the crap out of McCarthy in the first 3 quarters. Jefferson's catch steps out of bounds at the 18-yard line, bringing up 1st and 10 inside the Bears red zone. $13.07, $13.06, $13.05 left to go in this game. McCarthy under center, takes a snap, hands it off to his running back, who is going to gain about 7 or 8 yards on this play, running over Thielen on his way there. And I'm wondering if something must have happened to Aaron Jones because we have not seen much of him in this second half. Jordan Mason's had 9 carries for 45 yards in this game. Most of that coming in the second half here. 12:30, 12:29, 12:28 to go. It is 2nd down and 5. The Vikings are at the Bears' 13-yard line. McCarthy takes a snap from under center. He's rolling out to his left, surveying, and that ball is going to be batted down. He had pressure right in his face. That's Montez Sweat getting the big paws in the air to bring up 3rd and 5. It's the first time we've called Montez's name in this game. Not sure who he was shooting for in the end zone there. One would have to assume it was Justin Jefferson. All right, JJ's lined up in the shotgun. He's sending the man in motion. All kinds of time to throw, and that's going to be a touchdown right over the middle to Justin Jefferson. And that brings this game into closer reach for Minnesota. It is 17-12. You got to imagine they're going to be going for 2 here. Attempt to make this a 3-point game. It's currently a 5-point game as it stands right now. Pick 6 is the one pinprick of light in this second half right now. Everything else has not looked great. All right, JJ's in the shotgun. He's got trips to his right. He takes a snap. He is looking. He is under pressure. There is a flag on the play. McCarthy's going to be brought down as he's throwing it. That will not be completed. There is a flag on the play. And it looks like the try will be no good, but looks like they're sorting things out on the field here as well. Illegal hands to the face. Defense. Half the distance to the goal, and the Vikings are going to get another shot at it. Ode Bingo had his hands on the throat of the player, not on his face. Ridiculous. So the Vikings are going to get another crack at it from the 1 this time. All right, they are lined up in an I goal line formation. He turns and he fakes the handoff to the running back. It's a throw to Hawkinson, who's going to be brought down short. That's not Hawkinson. That's the backup tight end, 84. But he's going to be brought down short, and it is a 5-point game. Good stop on the 2-point conversion attempts. But the Bears offense has got to come out here and do something now. All right. All right, just waiting to come back from commercial break here. Bears up by 5 points in this fourth quarter. Offense has not looked. I mean, they've had a couple of flashes here in the second half, but then it just get hampered by penalties. So far, every time in the second half, nothing's gone right for them in the second half. The one glimpse of light is the Bears pick six on defense. Let's go offense. They had it running good when they were just running it downhill. Like to see a little more of that. 12-13 left to go in this fourth quarter. 17-12. Bears still have the lead. Hanging on by a thread, it feels like, in my opinion. I feel like things just got darker in here. I don't know why. The lighting hasn't changed. That's crazy. Anyways. Let's get this game started back up, gentlemen. I swear timeouts on the field don't feel like they take this long in person when you're at the games. Anyways, that kick is going to be fielded at the goal line. DuVernay's got the return again. He's at the 25-yard line where he is brought down by his head. At least that's what it looked like to me. It's like they're showing that 2-point attempt again. Yeah, was never there. Excellent play. Who was the guy who made the hit on that? Owens, backup safety. All right, Caleb's in the shotgun. He's got trips to his left. Not really trips, but sends DJ Moore in motion and takes a shotgun snap. He's looking right, and he is going to be swallowed up for a sack. 5-yard loss. Third sack of the game for Caleb Williams. Yeah, Brian Flores definitely made some adjustments over halftime because Caleb is just his offense just has not looked proper since the start of the second half. The one thing they had going good for them was when they were running downhill. Now they tried it on second 18. It's too late for that at that point. Now you got third and extremely long. It's going to be 3rd and 19 because Swift was just stopped for a 1-yard loss. Ridiculous. 11:09, 11:08, 11:07 to go in this fourth quarter. Caleb's in the shotgun. He's got Swift next to him, 4 wideouts. 4 men at wideout. They're not actually all wideouts. Loveland's on the field. There was a short pass to Roma Dunze. What is that play call? That was sniffed out by Van Ginkel the entire way. I don't know what they were thinking on that one, but it's now 4th and 19. Bears will have to punt it away. But can we do away with the bubble screen that doesn't gain anything? You can't even complete it right now. Torrey Taylor's lined up. He's going to kick it away from his own 5-yard line. Out kicks his coverage. Got plenty of room to return. The kick is fielded around the 35-yard line. He's back across the 50, around the Bears' 49-yard line to start this drive for Minnesota. Momentum is all on Minnesota's side right now. You're going to need another huge defensive play to turn the tide again because this offense is just not getting it done in the second half. You're live right now? Wish I would have known that at halftime. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Bears' offensive woes continue no matter who the head coach is, huh? That's what it feels like right now, at least in the second half. Oh, yeah. Let's go, Bears. Get something going here. Suppose I better go pee for the D real quick. All right, Vikings are lined up 1st and 10. McCarthy's under center. They're at the Bears. We're there at midfield. Turns and hands it off to the running back, who's going to go ahead and gain about 6, 7, 8, 9 yards on the gain because he just keeps fighting. Looks like the Bears are feeling like I'm feeling right now, like the inevitable is just coming. There's Aaron Jones. He actually had a carry. He's back on the field. I haven't seen him in a little while. 2nd and 1 from the Bears' 41-yard line. McCarthy's under center. He's got 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, and he's going to turn and fake the handoff to Jones. He's surveying, throws it over the middle. He's got Justin Jefferson, but he overthrows him by a hair. And now Nashawn Wright is coming up gimpy on the play. It's like he's holding his hammy, his knee, something. He's punching the ground. He's not happy. He knows something happened here. And that ball was high and hot. Nashawn Wright was there with him. Not sure what happened, but it must have happened after the throw. And we have another break, another timeout. Bears are already not deep at DB right now. And now they're going to go ahead and lose another one here. That is not good news. Ow. Dropping stuff. Oh, boy. I don't like this at all. Oh, boy. That's good, gentlemen. $50 years of Miller time. Everybody used to be able to drive down 94 in Milwaukee and smell that Miller Brewery. Holy crap, did it stink. Oh, I could live in that area at the time. It smelled so bad. All right, I peed for the D. Doesn't really seem to have done anything yet at this point. In fact, we had a DB get injured, and the play was already over when he came up gimpy. That's why he's angry, because it wasn't even on a play. The play was already over. He's on the sideline. He's standing, so that's good. Hopefully he's all right. It is 3rd and 1 for this Minnesota team from the Bears' 41-yard line. Bears are looking like they're showing big-time blitz here. Jefferson goes in motion. They are bringing the house. They get there, and the throw is errant. It is going to be 4th and 1. Oh, and there's a flag on the play. Now what? Let me guess. Defensive holding on the DB who just came in for Nashawn Wright. Was it actually on the offense? They're discussing it. I don't know what's going on. He fell over, if nothing. Oh, come on. They're giving it to him first. The receiver fell over, and you're going to call interference on us? Or yeah, interfere. Really? Oh, my God. The receiver falls over, and we catch an interference call. Wonderful. 1st and 10 at the Bears' 27-yard line. McCarthy's getting gifts here now. He throws it deep. He's got a man. That's his running back, Mason, for a touchdown in the corner of the end zone. Vikings take the lead. It's now 18-17, pending whatever they decide to do for this extra point or 2-point conversion they go for. Coach Johnson's got to be getting uber pissed. His team looks flat as hell in this second half. Mason working on a running back. Safety doesn't get over there in time. And that is an easy score for Aaron Jones, not Mason. My bad. They are going to go for 2, as was predictable. They are only up by 1 right now. They're going to try to make this a 3-point game. McCarthy gets the snap off. He throws it, and that's going to be 2-point conversion to Thielen. The Vikings are now up 20-17 with 9:46 to go in this game. Disaster is striking, and I've been calling it this entire second half. There's only been one pinprick of light in the second half, and it was a pick 6. Everything else about this Bears team has looked flat in the second half. Vikings defense went in, made major adjustments, have been stopping the Bears offense the entire second half. And other than the pick 6, the Bears defense doesn't appear to have any answers either now. 20-17, Vikings. JJ McCarthy feeling it now. Oh, boy. It's not like he's got stellar numbers, but he's getting the ball where he needs to. All right, Caleb. Let's do something, man. $9:46 left to go. We are just awaiting the kick. Bears have -9 fourth quarter yards so far, compared to 96 for the Vikings. The kick is away. It's going to be fielded in the end zone. Take the touchback. Thank you. Bears will start this drive at the 35-yard line. They've had several opportunities to take that touchback today, and they haven't. But yeah, so Bears will start 35-yard line, and hopefully we can get something going here. All right, 1st and 10. Caleb's under center. He's got 12 personnel in there. Sends a man in motion. Sends a man back in motion the other way. Turns and he hands it off to Swift, who's dancing in the backfield again and is going to be brought down at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Run forward, DeAndre. Put your head into the line. Too much dancing back there. Second half drives. Punt. Missed field goal, punt. Second and 10, 9-12, 9-11, 9-10 left to go in this game. Caleb's in the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers out to his left. Takes a snap. He's surveying. He throws it out over the middle. And he's got Roma Dunze for a first down. It's going to be right around the 47-yard line of Chicago. 8:50, 8:49, 8:48 to go in this game. Adunze just sitting in the zone there. Took Caleb a second to see him. Thankfully, he did. All right, 8:27, 8:26, 8:25 left to go. Caleb takes a snap from under center. He's surveying. Now he's going to be flushed out of the pocket. He's rolling to his left, scrambling, looking. Still can't find anybody. Stepped out of bounds as he tried to throw it, and that's going to go down as a sack. It'd be a loss of about 5 or 6, I'm going to imagine, on that play. 4, 2nd and 14. And he tried to get rid of it at the last second, but stepped on the line. 7:56, 7:55, 7:54 left to go in this game. 2nd and 14 from their own 48. Caleb's in the shotgun. He's got 2 wide receivers to his left. Swift lined up next to him. Takes a snap. Throws it to his left. Had Roma Dunze in a tight window, but it was essentially a hospital ball, and that's going to be incomplete. 3rd and 14. Yeah, he definitely had him, but he saw him too late. Had he identified that about a split second earlier, it probably would have been an easy pitch and catch. Too high and too late. 3rd and 14 from their own 43-yard line. Caleb drops back from the shotgun and throws it out of bounds. Hit on the throw. Throw goes to nobody. 4th down. And the Bears are going to have to punt it away and play defense. Down 3. The ball was away well before he got hit, and so I have no idea who he was throwing that to. Second half offense, man. Punt, miss field goal, punt. And that one was almost blocked. In fact, it was blocked. It's rolling to the 35. Takes a Bears roll, and it's going to come to a dead stop at the 32, which is probably honestly better than some of the punts the Bears have actually had today anyways. So, but yeah, punt gets partially blocked. That blocking, that line for the punts has not been good all evening. They've been getting close to it, and they finally got one this time. Number 55, Wilson, got a full hand on it. Special teams tonight have not been good. First and 10 for the Vikings at their own 32. McCarthy's under center, are lined up in a standard single back formation. Hands the ball off, and that results in a 20-yard gain. Bears fall apart at the end of the game here. It has just progressively gotten worse since the start of the second half. Mason made one cut, and he was away for 20. 19. First and 10 at the Bears' 49-yard line. Just like that, Minnesota's in Bears territory. Turns and hands the ball off again, and that's going to go for no gain. Second and 10. 6:30 through 6:31, 6:30, 6:29, 6:28 left to go in the fourth quarter. Less than 3 yards of carry on the first 9 drives. Almost 10 yards of carry on the last 2 drives. On the last 2 drives now. Second and 10, McCarthy in the shotgun. He's got Jefferson in motion. No, it's Thielen in motion. He throws to his right. He's got Hawkinson, and that's going to be just shy of a first down. 3rd and 1 incoming. 5:52, 5:51, 5:50 left to go in the fourth quarter. That's twice now they've cut to the sidelines, and Caleb looks like he's been crying. Snap the ball, the handoff to Aaron Jones, and it looks like he has enough to the first down. I want to support the kid as much as I do, but dude, you need to stop fucking crying on the goddamn sideline. I'm sorry, I'm going to stop snapping now. 4:59, 4:58, 4:57 left to go in this game. Fourth quarter yards are 126 for the Vikings to -1 for the Bears. Ben Johnson does not look happy on the sideline, and I can't imagine that he is. His offense has done absolutely nothing in this second half. McCarthy's under center. He's running out of play clock. He does get the snap off, hands it off, and that's going to go for about 3 yards up the left side. Aaron Jones on the carry. $4.19, $4.18, $4.17 left to go in the game. 2nd and 7. Ball at the Bears 35. McCarthy's under center. He's going to turn, fakes the handoff, and then he just tosses it out to Aaron Jones. He's going to have an easy first down on the outlet. Yep, way too easy for a first down. First and 10. Ball at the Chicago 23-yard line. McCarthy's under center. He turns and hands it off to Aaron Jones, and he's going to be stopped for a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. That was Mason, not Jones, but he will be stopped for a 2, maybe 3-yard loss. They're calling it a 1-yard loss. Montez Sweat in on the action. That's only the second time I've called his name tonight. Second down and 11. Bears really need to stop this drive if they want to have any chance of actually winning this game. 312, 311, 310 left to go in this game. McCarthy takes the shotgun snap, quick throw, and he's got Jefferson out on the right side, who is close to a first down. He's going to be about a yard shy. Third down and 1 incoming. Just under 3 minutes to go in this game. And there's a stoppage. Bears are using their second timeout. Remember, they lost their first timeout on that challenge earlier in the half, which was not a bad challenge at all. But running out of time, gentlemen. 3rd and 1. 2:59 left to go in the game. Bears have to come up with a stop to even have a chance. You either got to hold them to 3 or 0 should the Vikings decide they're going to go for it on 4th down. Which, I mean, at this point, they absolutely could, because that would basically be the dagger in it. So, all right, 3rd and 1 from the Bears' 11-yard line. No, that's not the 11. That's the 14-yard line. McCarthy's in the shotgun, so that's an interesting call. He does hand it off. No, he fakes the handoff and takes it himself, and he's going to take it all the way in for a score. Touchdown Vikings, J.J. McCarthy, 26-17, pending the extra points. Absolutely sold on the play fake. Nobody followed him to the end zone. This game is essentially over. With 2:53 left to go, Bears have 1 timeout, and they're going to be down by 10 points pending this extra point. Ode Bingo does not keep contain, and there's nobody else to stop him on his way there. Extra point is up and it's good. 9 plays, 68 yards on the scoring drive. And the Bears look like they will be taking their first loss on the year. It ain't over till it's over, but it's practically over. It has just gotten progressively worse as this half has gone on. What else can I say? KOC, the cock, Kevin O'Connell. So I'm not responding to text messages right now. I will catch you after the game. 27-17, 2:53 left to go. And I hate to say it, but I don't think the Bears got it in them. 164 fourth quarter yards for the Minnesota Vikings to -1 for the Bears. And we'll add at least 2 shots of Caleb Williams crying in this second half. Ball goes out the back of the end zone. They have no fear of the Bears getting the ball at the 35 at this point. Yeah, Brian Flores' defense definitely made adjustments at the second, during halftime. Came out, had all the answers in the second half, and the Bears have not been able to adjust back. Well, it could just be execution. Who knows? We'll find out later. Caleb's in a shotgun. He takes a snap. He's surveying the field. He is throwing deep over the middle. He's got Cole Kmet, who has to reach for it, but he comes down with it around the 35-yard lines of Minnesota. Nice gain. Clock is ticking. Caleb wants to rush him up to the line. He definitely came down with that. Good catch by Cole Kmet. Caleb takes a snap under center. He's surveying. He's going to throw it deep up the left side, and it's over DJ Moore's head. 2nd and 10. All the throws are hot right now from Caleb. Too emotional, young man. You need to calm down. Definitely had DJ Moore wide open. Once again, just too hot and probably sees him too late again. Second and 10, Caleb's in the shotgun. He's got trips to his left. Takes a snap, surveying, looking to his right. Doesn't find anyone. He takes the short pass to DeAndre Swift and overthrows him again. Third and 10 incoming for the Bears from their Minnesota 35-yard line. Yeah, that throw is way too hot. Bears started 2 of 2 on third down. They're 1 of 10 since. Third and 10, 2:21 left to go in the fourth quarter. Caleb takes a shotgun snap. He's surveying, throws it over the middle, and again to nobody. There is a flag on the play, however. Did look like a Dunze might have got held up over the middle of the field. Illegal contact on the defense. Bears will get a first down. Oh, yeah, he was mugging a Dunze the whole way down the field. Should be more than a 5-yard penalty. First and 10 from the Minnesota 29ers. 2:16 left to go in this game. Caleb needs to get the snap off. He does. Throws a hot read. He's got DJ Moore over the field, who takes a huge hit and is definitely injured. There are multiple flags on the field. Caleb took a huge hit. DJ Moore took a huge hit. Pace comes in completely unblocked. Caleb takes a massive hit. That one was clean, though, it looks like. Although he did hit Caleb helmet to helmet, so they'll probably catch a flag for that one. But then DJ Moore just absolutely got cleaned out by two guys downfield trying to come down with that ball. And that was also a helmet to helmet. He got his shoulder on the ball, but he did hit him helmet to helmet. But looks like they just took our number one receiver out of the game with that hit. And Caleb is shaken up as well on that play. So it is first and 10. See how many players the Bears are going to have left once this game's over. They started down 3 starters as it was today. And they're going to go to commercial break because DJ Moore is definitely injured. He may be getting carted off here. Well, he's back on his feet at least. That's good to see. But I don't think he's going to be back in the rest of this game, that's for sure. I believe that puts Luther Burden in his spot. Yeah, you're definitely done for today, DJ. That's for sure. He's walking off under his own power, it would appear, so that's good. That was a hell of a hit. Yeah, he's still shaking up. 3 catches for 57 yards on the night. All right. 3 points since opening drive, Bears offense. 2:12 to go. The ball is at the Minnesota 14. It is 1st and 10. Bears are down by 10, so they're going to have to score and get the ball back right away. Caleb's in the shotgun, got trips to his left, got one to his right. Takes a snap. He is under pressure. He's just going to have to take off with the ball. He looks like he's going to run for it. He hits the pylon. There is a flag on the play. But if the play stands, it looks like Caleb does have a touchdown on it. Now he's John with the DB from Minnesota. Let's see what the flag is. Nope, he stepped out of bounds, so he will be short. It would be 1st and goal from essentially inches. Yep. If you're watching the stream, please like and subscribe. It'd be a great help to me. Apparently, there is no flag on the play, but there is an official review. They're going to look to see if he scored or not. To me, it looks like he did not. He stepped out. It's going to be 1st and goal from a few inches out. It is indeed 1st and goal. 2:05 left on the clock. Imagine Ben Johnson hoping they can punch it in before the 2-minute warning. That'll effectively be one of their timeouts then. Although to guarantee that, they'll have to kick the ball through the back of the end zone on a kickoff. But let's worry about scoring on this play first. All right, there we go. Now the play clock started. Ben Johnson looks upset. I don't blame him. That's for sure. 2:05 left to go. 1st and goal from inches out. Caleb is approaching under center. Looks like Roshan Johnson behind him. They do score the touchdown with 2:02 left. It is a pass over the middle to Roma Dunze. Bears have scored. It is now 27-23 pending the extra points. About time they put up some points, but it's probably going to be too little too late, unfortunately. But again, the fat lady ain't sung yet. Who was number 10 on lined up behind him? I have no idea who that was. Oh, that was Luther Burden. So he was lined up in the DJ Moore spot. The kick is up and it is through for the extra point. The Vikings lead 27-24 with 2:02 left to go in this game. The Bears are going to need some type of miracle in order to pull this off. I don't know how you go about this onside kick. They only have one timeout plus the 2-minute warning. So, I mean, you could kick it out the back of the end zone. The 2-minute warning effectively acts as your first timeout. You have a second timeout, but then you have to stop them. Otherwise, you're toast. So this is an interesting decision for Ben Johnson on the eve of his first NFL regular season game. Can you see I'm stressed? Fourth quarter, 2:02 to go, 27-24 Vikings. Waiting to see what the Bears decide to do here. Oh, put those fireworks away. All right, looks like they're just going to kick it away. So I would assume he's just going to kick it out the back of the end zone. That would give the Vikings the ball at the 35, and then they're going to take their chances with the clock. But the Bears defense has to do something here because they've looked anemic the second half too. All the Vikings could muster in the first half was a pair of field goals, and now they've scored 3 touchdowns since. All right, the kick is away, and it looks like that's exactly what he's doing, is just booting it out the back of the end zone. The Vikings are going to return it, and that negates the plan that they had. That ball needed to go out the back of the end zone. Come on, Santos. You don't got enough leg for that? Wow, dude. Wow. So that negates the Bears' first timeout. I mean, that's the only way they had a chance, really. I mean, they only have one timeout. They can't stop this clock after first down. They have to basically pray that the Vikings somehow screw this up now, which things have happened like that in the past, but I mean, come on now. I don't see that one happening. Yeah, that ball had to go out the back of the end zone. Yeah, smart move by Minnesota, dumb move by the Bears. Absolutely needed to kick that out the back of the end zone, and he didn't do it. It looked like Santos put all the leg he had into it too. That's the sad part. You know, I rarely see men balder than I am, but Mr. Van Pelt is one of those people. All right, let's see if we can have any craziness at the end of the game here. 27-24. 155 to go. Stop showing Caleb on the sideline, please. All right. You basically got to stop him here. Let's go. All right, that's going to be a 4-yard gain by Mason on first down. The Bears will use their last timeout, I imagine, here. Yeah, Kevin O'Connell knew what to do in that situation. He was waving his own return man out of the end zone. I saw that. All right, $1:47 to go. The Bears are out of timeouts. It is 2nd and 7. Bears since 2022, 3-15 versus NFC North, worst division record in NFL. Of course, all of that encompasses the Eberflus era. Eberlus. All right, Vikings are in big formation. They got Justin Jefferson split out. Everybody's tight. They hand it off to Mason, and he's going to be brought down at the line of scrimmage. Good stop. It is, however, third down now. The clock will just tick away. The Bears are unable to stop it. If the Vikings can manage to not get to this first down, the Bears may have a few seconds to work with at the end of this game. 123, 122, 121, 120 left to go. I imagine the Vikings are going to take this clock all the way down to the zeros on the play clock and call timeout. Just like playing Madden here. Most people can do it. But usually when the bright lights are on and big football game, that's when, people's brains get turned off sometimes. But clock will stop with 1:02 left to go. It is 3rd and 7. The Vikings are smart. They will just run the ball, regardless of whether or not they gain the first down. A pass would not benefit anyone in this situation if it goes incomplete. So, well, it wouldn't benefit the Vikings. It'll benefit the Bears. But I imagine the Vikings will be keeping it on the ground for this third down because even if they don't pick it up, it's going to run the clock down to about 20 seconds left. And then, of course, they punt it away, which will take another 5 to 8 seconds off. The Bears are going to have zero time to work with. They're lining up with the single back. It looks like a run all the way. It is. They are bringing them down. And that's going to stop. Bears are going to have about 15 seconds left after the Vikings call this timeout. 15 seconds left for the punt. There's going to be about 7 seconds left in this game after the punt is over. A block would go a long ways. Come on, special teams. You've been ass all day today. A block will go a long way toward redemption for the special teams unit. They also can't go off sides because it's 4th and 5, and that will give the Vikings first down if they do that. "16 seconds left on the clock. I just saw Josh McGowan. Why do they hate McGowan? Josh McCown on the sideline there. I believe he's a quarterback's coach for the Vikings. Why do they hate McGowan? All right, Devin Duvernay back to return this punt. Vikings would be kicking it away from roughly their own 20-yard line. Again, 16 seconds left to go in this game. The boot is away. Deep kick. He'll be fielded at the 20-yard line for a fair catch, and there are 9 seconds left to go in this game to go 80 yards. Or maybe they can go like 55 and get out of bounds and get the field goal, but not likely. But with 9 seconds, he got enough time to get about 2 plays off as long as he get out of bounds. Vikings are all holding their breath on the sidelines, and us Bears are all ready to just freak out. All right, Bears are set up at their own 20. Ben Johnson's certainly going to have something dialed up here, I'm sure. Let's just hope they can execute it. And a play. Oh! I don't know what just happened, but there are flags all over the field. The snap looked bad. I don't know what. It got fumbled or snapped to the wrong person. They tried to snap it direct to DJ Moore on that play. I don't know what the hell happened. Illegal shift. DJ Moore was running towards the line again, I'm sure. 5 seconds left. And now they got to go 85 yards. 12 penalties for 127 yards. Of course, the big one's the pass interference play that got the Vikings their first points of the game. And then, of course, all the procedural penalties by Darnell Wright holding this offense back. All right, this is it. This is the last play of the game. 85 yards they need to go. They throw a short one to Odunze. He hooks and ladders it. DJ Moore's got a little bit of room to run. He's going to lateral it. That's going to be fumbled, and that's going to be picked up and recovered by the Vikings, and this game is over. 27-24 is the final. Bears came out looking decent in the first half, had a pick six in the second half, but otherwise looked anemic to finish the game. A couple of shots at Caleb Williams looking teary-eyed on the sidelines. Don't want to see that to start out your season. But good job, Vikings. Good job, J.J. McCarthy. Got your first NFL win. And the Bears are still looking for some positivity. All right, that's it for me tonight. I'm going to go let the dog out, listen to a post-game show, and I got to get to bed because I have to work my real job in the morning. Y'all have a good night. Deuces.